I think I'm gonna put my 2 cents in with Master Duel finally, as I really haven't been playing it much. Now, the last time I played it was a couple weeks ago for the Duelist Cup when it was going on, just to grind out gems to finish the Battle Pass, and I really don't have the incentive to play this actual game anymore because a lot of things that's been going on. Because IRL play has been much more fun than this format, because right now we're stuck in Malice format with Ryziel, and it was literally play Malice or play Lancia and try your best. And it really doesn't feel accomplishing when we're in a format like Crossover Breaker, and honestly, I definitely hope that in the future things do change. Now, when we look at the top decks right now, you have Malice, Ryziel, and a few other decks. And one of the things that you have to take a look at is look at how many ultra rares there are. You have three of your main monsters being ultra rare, being the most important ones. Then you have backup Agnister being added later on with another ultra rare. On top of that, you have a Code Talker with Heart Cryptor again being ultra rare. There's this imbalance of powerful ultra rare cards that are currently still legal in the game that shouldn't be at 3. And it shows that a lot of players, most of their frustration comes with the type of format that it's in and what it's controlled by. And one of the things that it's controlled by is, well, Maxx C. A lot of players really hate this card in general, and on top of that, a lot of players don't want to go against it. A lot of, I would say, almost 100% of participants at Worlds, for the Master Duel side, it's like, I hope that I don't get to see Maxx C, because this card's just unfun. This is one of the talking points that I really want to talk about, because, well, Maxx C is an issue that should be addressed. No format should have Maxx C along with Fulos, along with the other Molcharmies, because, well, it ruins a lot of the fun. And honestly, it's one of the things that I definitely think should go in the game. And outside of that, if we look at a lot of the staples that are illegal still, it also tracks as well. Like, this was the World Championship qualifier deck I used, and it's just Primite Bestial. And with the Fiendsmith stuff. And Fiendsmith is a very heavy handed engine in this game, because a lot of best of one games really determine on what your opening hand is. Now, that's besides the point. It's still a lot of things are going on in the game that shouldn't really be happening. And when we look back at the Duels Cup deck, I literally just took this deck from my friend. And it is a very powerful deck. It is a deck that I would just play and play just because, well, I have it and might as well just use it and just it make the leveling process easier. And it's really sad to think that Master Duel was a lot of fun when it first released. It was a lot of fun back last year when Snake Eye was a thing, because you had other players just playing whatever they wanted along with you had Snake Eye. But when we look at the top end of the game in the rarity spectrum, a lot of things shouldn't really be there. Like, you just scroll and you have, okay, there's Cartesia, which is a very good card. Perulia, Fulos, and Meows are all here. And Meows barely sees play, while Fulos and Perulia sees so much play along with Maxx C. After that, you just keep scrolling and it's like, okay, cool. We have the fusions, not really all that mattersome, while Necroquip Princess is here as an ultra, which is fine, but it could have been a lower rarity. And when we get to the synchro monsters, Baronne the Fleur is still legal, along with other type of negates like Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. Which, in my honest opinion, the game is much better without Baronne or Appaloosa. Now, it kind of hurts on Appaloosa's case because she was a special alt art that was printed, but in both OCG and TCG, we banned her, which honestly made the game feel much better, along with Baronne the Fleur and Warlord Savage Dragon in the TCG. And the game has just been fresh, and it's been opened up where players aren't restricted into going into the 3 cards at the peak of your combo and then just pass the turn, and it's just a hand trap war, which is pretty much what's becoming a Master Duel. It's just been a hand trap war. It's like, oh, you open up these hand traps, I lose. Oh, you open up this hand trap, I win. And that's never a fun way to play the game. Now, a lot of the things that I do complain about is the rarity system, because if we look at decks like, well, let's say Ryziel, um, Sword, Ice, X, Duo Drive, and Detonator are all ultra rares. While in the TCG, we've hidden Sword, Ice, X, and Detonator. And I think in the OCG, they've hit X, Ice, and another card. I'm trying to remember if they overhit it or not. But it's just, why make the whole entire thing just max out ultra rare while you're going to be hitting them later on, which honestly is bad on their business model of not hitting ultra rares. And look at how it is. They've been hitting ultra rares left and right. And honestly, let's take a look at the filter for the ultra rares, because I'm actually now curious about that. Let's just say forbidden, semi, and that, and let's just go ultra rare. Now, as we can see, they've put Magnemite to 1, they put Engrave it to 2, and they banned Scythe. Cool, banned Scythe was pretty good, and I should probably dismantle that, so I lost a few gems off when they banned that. I forgot. And then they also banned Cyberstein. I wish I could dismantle it, but I can't because it was a legacy pack. 3 Maxx C, or Maxx C's on here at 2. We have Blaze Phoenix is at 1, and I wish I could dismantle those. Hyper Librarian's at 1 still. Abyss Dweller, I need to dismantle that. That's still also another late one. Union Carrier I still have because it's a royal, but other than that, if you look, they really don't like hitting ultra rares all that much unless you're an issue in the format. And we've seen this time and time before. Like, if we look at Tempai, your Chandra's an ultra rare, along with, I think it was Sinjin Kaiman, which is right here, and also the field spell, which I think is still unhit, but I'm not too sure. It's hard to find stuff in this whole entire thing, but I'm getting sidetracked now. I just wish that they would stop making extremely powerful cards, ultra rares, so they won't get hit for a while. And their expiration date happens when their pack gets out of the format. Now, that is completely fine. They slowly roll them and hit them, but sometimes the hits don't matter. Like, if we look at Ryziel, X to 2, doesn't matter when you have Bonfire and 7th Tachyon, and many other pieces here and there. They've also introduced the Heraldic stuff, making it where, oh, we can hand loop now. And hopefully soon, or maybe soon, we're going to get Mitsurugi, and it's like, okay, you're going to be hand looping for 5. Now, another thing that I did wish that we could do is dismantle cards that are from the legacy packs, like this, like my Blaze Phoenix is here, at a cheaper discount. Because normally when you dismantle cards, it is 10, 15, 30. But at a discount, that would be so much better, because that means it would give more people ways to actually have enough crafting points for these decks that are coming out. And I wish I could dismantle things like my Smoke Grenade of the Thief, or my Cyberstein, or hell, even something on the lines of my Blaze Phoenixes, because if we just go and remove the veil of the of that, I can show you. It's like I have 3 Sophia Goddess of Rebirth. I wish I could just dismantle, or something like the Jinzo's, the Machine Menaces here. And I just keep going down, and the one that taunts me the most whenever I just scroll through all my cards happens to be I is the Blaze Phoenixes, the Cordiuses, and it just feels really rough that we can't dismantle a lot of these cards from the legacy pack, even though that they're given out for free. And it would just be nice to get the extra crafting materials so we don't have to spend as much money, because that's another predatory thing about it. They constantly want to pull out new and just new uh bundles, and sure, there's one time remaining because I bought 2 of them over the course of when it came out. And it's very predatory because it's like, oh, I gotta buy these. And as you can see, it these ones I paid for as well, because I wanted to put money into getting some of the cosmetics and opening up some of the packs, because I barely play this game, so I'm like, might as well just toss money in, and that is part of the problem, especially myself. And It's just very predatory because, well, you have to, oh, here's a new pack. I gotta pull and open up stuff, or we can dismantle stuff and just craft it ourselves. And another thing is this solo mode took so long to come out for the Fire King. I have lost interest in Master Duel because of how little they have actually done. Because the last one before that was what? Um the Sky Striker stuff, and the all of these, and these were like what, about 4 or 5 months ago. So I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. I really wish we got one once a month at least, instead of once every 4 or 5 months, because I love solo aspect stuff. I love playing solo games most of the time. Yu-Gi-Oh is really the only multiplayer game I play nowadays outside of things like Pokemon Pocket, because Pokemon Pocket's been a lot of fun. And honestly, I really don't see Master Duel doing well anymore because they're neglecting a lot of the things that's been going on. Like right now, this is my rank deck, which is Voiceless Voice. Hey, Maxx C's in here, and Fulos is in here because they're the two best cards in the game. And honestly, it's this game's not fun anymore. It used to be fun, and I used to have a lot of fun with it back in 2023 before the whole Snake Eye incursion. But it and that took even a year to just neuter and just hit because they are very slow on hitting cards. They have a list that's super small, and then they make a list that's like, oh, here's one card. Or they make, here's a good list, and then follow up with another list. And that's cool and all. And I get to play stuff like Block Dragon again because it's at 3, which I definitely should do this right now. Um, it's just a lot of imbalances are going on, a lot of balancing issues, and all of that. And cards taking forever to come off the list compared to cards taking forever to go on the list. And if we look at the semi-limited section, um, there's still a lot of cards that should be moving to 1 or 3, but they're still stuck in this weird aspect, like DD Dynamite's at 2. Well, like just either ban it or put it to 3. This is at 2 because why? Dark Beckoning Beast is at 2, I guess. But it shows time and time again when they decide to hit cards, it should be either a 3, a 2, or a 1. And stuff like Lightning Storm at 2 is fine because it's a power card. Things like Dark Beckoning Beast, it's at 2 because it's a starter. Honestly, I would rather take 3 Beckoning Beast, 3 Spirit Gate, and 1 Ubel over the 2/2/2 because that gives them a lot of access to a lot of dumb stuff. And then we also have the random cards like, oh, Necroface. Why? And Sage with Eyes of Blue got hit because, well, the Blue Eyes is a good deck, and they wanted to promote Blue Eyes, but now they're hitting Blue Eyes, which makes no sense at all. We also have Verunix at 2, being Slumber, Freezing Curses, and Tip, and I don't even see a Fountain here. They don't want to hit Fountain because, well, let's hit other things instead. Then we also have Parallel. This is still at 2. I don't remember when this got hit down to 2. I don't remember. Labyrinth, Chandraglir, and Stovey Torby are both at 2. Honestly, they could just go back at 3. Not many people are playing Labyrinth, even though Labyrinth is a very, very big pet deck. But honestly, there's a lot of just decisions that Konami's been making from their video game department on this whole entire format, and it's just really, really frustrating to see how much can go on. Like they hit Golem that guards Millennium, and they kept Senjin at 3. That's fine. You can run 3 and 1. Cool. Pot of Desires and Pot of Extravagance, along with Pot of Duality at 1, that killed a lot of runic stun stuff. The Floodgates should definitely go. Anti-Spell, Rivalry, Skill Drain, Gozen, and Synchro Zone should all be at 1, along with there could be only one being at 0. All those to 0. Foolish Barely Goods is a funny hit, but it's understandable because it's a consistency hit. There's Tension Summoning. I didn't see you earlier. But realistically, we just have a lot of cards that are currently limited and semi-limited that should either be banned or be at 3. And realistically, this game just hasn't been fun anymore. And I wish I could dismantle this because, well, that's 30 free gems or crafting points. But there's just a lot in the game that just needs to change. And one of the changes is definitely listening to the player base more and stop making shit high rarity and ultra rare. I don't want to drag this video out anymore because I'm tired looking at Master Duel because of the Duelist Cup, and I'm just tired of the game in general. It's not in a fun spot. It's in a really bad area now, and I want to know what your guys' opinion on Master Duel is. And honestly, mine is I don't recommend it anymore. It's not a fun game, and I know I'll never get a Konami sponsorship because of a lot of the past uploads I've had, but realistically, this is a bad format and it's really fake. It just feels super fake. But anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that like button down below, and if you want to show support, please hit that subscribe button as well. And I do also have channel memberships, and if you want to support the channel more, it would be much appreciated. Thank you to FGH for supporting the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.